Hello everyone and welcome to a new playthrough of Rimworld. Now before we get started, I'm just going to show all of you my mod list. None of these mods really change the game that much, like at all. Well, they do change things, but there's nothing that, how should I say, they add on to the base game rather than redoing it, I should say. Oh, for those of you who don't know, Rimworld is kind of like Dwarf Fortress in that you have a group of, you have like your population of people and you have to direct them to do things, build your base and survive. And it'll make more sense as we start playing. However, we are going to be doing the Rich Explorer start. So let's hit next. One thing I was actually considering is I have this humble beginnings scenario I made where I start out with 0 people, well actually 0 resources and 1 person, and you're just a tribe. It's very, very hard. We're going to play on rough. And again, I'm not putting on permadeath just because I need to be able to save for recording purposes. Again, regular C. We're just going to leave everything the same. Now here's what we're going to do. We're actually going to randomize the position we get. So as long as we don't get like ice sheet or sea ice, I am perfectly fine with anything else. Boom. Oh, well, that's kind of disappointing. Well, whatever. That's what we got. So we'll hit next. Now, since we're doing the Rich Explorer, we get a lot more stuff. However, we only have 1 person, so we really don't want them to be incapable of anything. Maybe artistic would be alright, but the problem is, since they're going to have to do everything, we don't really want to risk losing anything like cooking or growing. You know what? This is pretty good. I don't really like that they have no intellectual or no mining. But the fact that they have an existing skill of growing, and they have construction as a burning passion, they have cooking as a interested, and they have good shooting, I think is going to be worth it. Now, although I'm not going to change anything about her, I'll just show you all the equipment we have using the Prepare Carefully mod. We start out with 2,000 silver, 30 gold, 40 package survival meals, 30 Glitter World medicine, 30 components, a charge rifle, a male husky, some steel, and some wood. I'm actually happy we have a husky. Normally we just randomly get assigned the animal, because we will be able to train him to help us haul stuff. So, let's start. And I did manage to set my timer this time. Oh, and happy Labor Day, everyone. I have no classes today. So, alright, let's pause. So we have Snowboat is the name of our husky. That's actually not a bad name, I gotta say. Here, well, let's just unforbid everything. So let's just take a quick look around the terrain. So this is flat, so there's not going to be too much terrain. Well, down here is looking like a good candidate. You know, I'm thinking down here is going to be good. Just somewhere here, because we'll be able to block this off. We are going to be really close to the edge here, which I guess won't be the worst thing in the world. We will have this water here. That'll only block us off a bit. You know, I think we'll be alright with this, living down here. So here's what we'll do. We'll set this to be our stockpile. And we'll set this as a sleeping spot and an animal sleeping spot. Yeah, hunter lacks ranged weapon. Now we're just gonna have to wait a bit for them to haul everything. But while they're doing that, let's just take a look around. So you have some ibexes, we have some timber wolves, rabbits, turkeys, rats, raccoons, squirrels. We have some boom rats. You might want to try and kill all those pretty soon. We have a giant sloth. Got some steel up there. There is some... Nah, that's slate. Let's see. We do have... Here we go. We have some compact steel, some compact machinery. Here we go. We got some more steel. That's one thing with being on a flat map is we're not going to have as much stone resources. So wood... Well, I guess we'll still have plenty of it. You can always move into these mountains. So yeah, it's going to take her a while to move everything we got into there. That's the only thing with moving so far away. There's a snowboat. And that really is going to be the big problem with playing with one person, is since there's only one person, it's going to be much, much harder for us to get things done. However, obviously we won't only have to feed, well, 2 mouths technically. And that'll probably tell me. Does it tell me how much? I guess it's just 1 meal. Well, no, because a meal and like 1 piece of raw meat don't have the same value. Oh, and obviously, I believe, yeah, she's assigned for everything. Early to rise. Oh, did you already take the charge rifle down there? Dang. I was hoping she would just pick it up and hold it. Not that I think we'll get attacked. So we got the stone, some of this wood, and this steel, food, the components. So I definitely think we're going to want to try and train the husky as soon as we can. Oh, jeez. I always cough when I'm recording. It always happens. One day. So training Snowboat will allow us to take less time on hauling. As you can see, we're going to lose pretty much 2 days worth of work from hauling. That's it. Now, it really is a big waste of resources and time. Trying to think. So we'll definitely have to put... I want to move down here just because we have existing structures to build from. We're not too... Ooh. Wait, that's mud. Ooh, this actually might have been a better spot. This is actually a whole lot of a better spot. Oh, wait. No. We're staying far, far away from that. It looks like it's not too hot here. Obviously, me being an American, I have my temperature in freedom units. Need defenses, need defenses. We're gonna be alright for some time. Bet you take your charge rifle right now. We're almost done hauling everything. How much wood is it? This 15? You know, it almost might be worth not picking that wood up. Just because it's only 15 and the amount of time it'll take her to walk up there and back to grab it. Probably could have just cut a tree down. And you know what? We're not going to haul any of that wood either. Because when we make our farming field... But you know what? Now that I think about it, we should start a growing zone now. And that probably should have been like the first thing I did. So we'll set that in... You know, we have plenty of food. We'll just set up potato. Rice is the fastest growing food, and honestly, you'll do perfectly fine if all you ever do is grow rice. Rice and corn are the ideal things for you to grow food-wise. It's not that potatoes are bad, it's just that rice and corn tend to be the better options. Just if you want to min-max or whatever. Rice grows very fast, so obviously in the beginning it's definitely the best thing, and really there's nothing wrong with growing your food fast later on. Corn takes a while to grow, but you get a whole lot of food from it. Oh, we have a visitor. So I'll put a sleeping spot in. We'll put it for guests. You know, at the very least we can do is wall this off. Having that construction is going to turn out very, very, very good to have, because she's going to pick it up fast. So we have Chris. Yeah, so Chris is going to be my guest. I'm not going to do anything to bother him. And tomorrow, you know, we should build doors right here, just because all this is going to start deteriorating, and like we'll finish far in advance needing to do anything about it. But it's good just to have that reassurance there. Man, I am hungry, and it's only 10 o'clock. So when I moved into college last weekend, and I brought up some cereal, and I was like, alright, some good old Cocoa Puffs. And I was like, alright, I'll get milk when I'm up here, because I didn't need to bring it up in the 2-hour drive up to college. However, here's the problem. I forgot all of my bowls. And I think I may have forgotten all my utensils too. Mostly because I thought they were already packed away. I do have the hospitality mod turned on. What that means is it gives me more interactions for having people over, like I can make guest beds for them. Speaking of that, Chris does not like... So... He seems like he's fine with us. Are there any other mods that I can show you guys? Okay. It's just a squirrel. The reason why I clicked that so quick is there really aren't many. I guess the Timberwolf or the Mega Sloth would be pretty bad. There we go. So we're probably just gonna have Snowboat eat it. We are almost... All we have is that little bit of steel, and we are going to want to save the steel. You know what? We don't need to take this right now. Steel doesn't deteriorate, so there's no problem with us not taking it. Because we need to work on some other things. First thing we're going to work on is making a freezer. So let's build that right to there. Whoop. So let's... I wish right-clicking on like structures undid them. Now one thing you want to do when you're building a freezer is generally this doesn't matter if you're in a more temperate environment, and obviously if you're in a colder one you're definitely going to want to not even bother to do it at all, especially for like on the ice sheet where you don't need a fridge. You just need the food to be outside and underneath a ceiling. You'd think I don't know how to speak English some days. It really does. So I like using solar panels personally just because they're more predictable and consistent. Obviously they're not if there's an eclipse. Although one thing you can do is that solar panels do not block wind turbines. So you could put like I was about to point on the screen with my finger. So if I had it here, I could put another solar panel next to the one there and then put one behind the wind turbine. You know what, let's get some wooden beds. Yeah, having that construction is going to be so helpful. Look at her, she's already skill number 3 and she'll probably get up to 4 very soon. Now we're going to build a cooler here, which will allow us to make a refrigerator, which I guess it won't be a refrigerator, it's going to be a freezer. Actually, you know what? No. Leave this. And we'll paste an electric stove right there. Now the reason why I'm doing this is, yeah, it's going to be cold as hell in that room. But the cleanliness of the room actually affects their chance of getting food poisoning. So if we do all of our butchering in here and just keep all of our food in here, which in that case, I'm going to need to deconstruct this and put it down here. It does say we don't have enough steel, but don't worry about it. We're going to be completely fine. Oops. Well, that's nice. What did you expect me to do? Heat wave. That's not good at all. Now, with mining the steel up here that we have in the hills, ooh, that's a bear. It'll probably be faster for her to haul those. So we're still doing good on the food. There we go. Our battery is done. And it's definitely not charging right now. There we go. So we'll deconstruct that and replace it with some wood. Just not quite enough steel. Most important thing right now is just making sure that we don't starve. We're not really going to need defenses for a while. It's summer and it's a heat wave. It's not good. We have a real risk of heat stroke. The big problem we have right now is just food, and now I guess it's heat stroke because it's summer and a heat wave. The first couple of attacks will just be people with melee weapons, and in fact we have the charge rifle. And that Logan is actually an amazing shot. We will be perfectly fine. So we'll drop the temperature down right to 16 degrees, well below freezing. Oops. chop wood. Oh, we have an escape pod. Now, having another hand on deck isn't a bad idea. You know what? Let's capture her. Oh. Where is... There it is. You know, we're actually going to set this as a medical bed. And where is Doyle? Let's go rescue her. Chances are Doyle will join us. And Doyle is also a very good shot. She isn't incapable of anything. Yeah, this is messing up her. Well, actually, once we seal that, the temperature will probably drop in here a bit. Let's just actually just flat out. Yeah, we can use our Glitter World medicine. We have a raid. Yeah, it's just gonna be one person with a knife. So we are gonna be perfectly fine. Oh, we have heat stroke. I think Doyle should heal in time. You're not going to get heat stroke, won't you? I mean, I might need to make a separate... Oh, are you kidding me? This was like the worst time. Oh, come on, Rimworld. Oh, why? Snowboat, run! Snowboat. What the hell? Finally! Yes! Leave him there to rot. Actually, no. Go. Yeah, whatever. I don't particularly care what we name it. Just get that fire out. Uh-oh. Go, go, go! Save Snowboat. No, Snowboat needs the best we can give him. Alright, so that's not exactly what I wanted to happen at all. And you know, that's going to be a good spot to end it for this episode, guys. So I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you all next time. Peace!